Sonder. The realization that each random passerby is living a life as vivid and as complex as yours.
At the end of each year, the fourth year CDM students put on a show in Rare Red. So this show is a showcase of work that I've been working on for the past year. Different pieces, they come from video, multimedia, audio, photography. It's a great collection of different types of work. Everything is different. This goes on for 2 weeks in Rare Red, and basically there's an opening night each year that students, lecturers, family, friends, we all get together and we open up the degree show. So this year we have to do things a little bit differently. So it's going to be online. Same thing, everyone's invited. You can see everyone's work that they've put so much effort into, and we didn't want the amount of work that people have put in, we didn't want it to be forgotten about, to just hand it in. We wanted people to still see this because the degree show is such an important part of ending your time with CDM. So that's why it's online this year. It's so people can still see what we've made and the amount of work and effort that's gone into this.
Usually the whole point of the degree show documentary is to show behind the scenes of everything being put together. We were initially planning on having a couple of different units. So one unit that would follow around the video production classes while they were out shooting their films, and other units going around the photography classes or the audio classes while people were putting their projects together. Obviously that all went out the window. So everything is now being done over video chat. All of our production meetings are being done over video chat. All of our interviews are being done over video chat. And the whole theme of the documentary and the degree show have been changed because of what's going on. You know, now we wanted to kind of focus with the documentary on how everybody is adjusting and adapting, how everybody's work is being affected, how they've been affected. I think that this particular degree show is, it's different than any other one that the college has ever put on, that any CDM class has ever put on. And hopefully there won't ever be a situation where we'll have one like this again. But I think it's important for this documentary to show how much of an impact that it's had on everybody, and how much everybody is working their hardest to just overcome what's going on and put on the best degree show that we can. Again, given the circumstances. As a producer, I've had to go from kind of working with my team and asking, my camera person to shoot this and my sound person to record that, to having to essentially rely on everybody in the course to provide us with content. I can ask people on the team to go on to their laptops and interview people, and I can ask people on the team to edit the videos we get, but the behind the scenes documentary became a far more collaborative project because we were relying on everybody on the course, including the lecturers, to help us try and put this together.
Okay, sorry.
Everything's kind of gone up in the air and there's nothing we can do. My college work is gone to shambles. I'll probably murder my family sometime soon, but it's nearly over now, so I'm okay.
I'm fine. I'm just going for walks, trying not to kill everyone in my family. That's it, really.
I'm feeling a bit stressed, but doing my best.
It's grand, yeah. Just trying to get used to doing all the stuff at home. Everything I do, I usually do in college. Don't usually work from home with the kids, and So it's just trying to find the balance, yeah.
I'm okay. College is definitely stressful right now. Other than that, I'm really okay. I'm really lucky. I'm just spending a lot of time with my pets and going on walks and stuff.
I ran away home to Donegal, so I'm very much like out of the way from the whole mess in Dublin. Not that it's a mess, but no trouble with social distancing because everyone lives so far away from each other.
I'm fine. College work has kept me really busy. I know a couple of my friends are not in college and they're fully working and they're really bored, but I do college work every day, so it kind of keeps me occupied, and then I have my evenings free.
I'm good, but I have been finding it really hard to stay creative. Being indoors, it's just hard to find inspiration, I guess. But I've been trying. It's hard, but been on my TikTok game. Yay, TikTok. TikTok has saved my life.
It's all kind of blending into one. It's kind of dragging on a bit, the lockdown, all the college work at home. It's kind of hard to stay motivated, but I'm getting there little by little. Not being hugely productive every day, but trying to do a little bit, stay on top of it, get it done.
I haven't had a mental breakdown yet today, so that seems to be okay for now. I haven't cried yet today, so we'll see how we are later on.
We do have a rough mock-up of what the poster and logo design will be. The logo was actually brought up and came up with quite quickly by one of my teammates, Ella, and it's literally just the title Sonder with the definition underneath it, because so many people don't know what it is. So just that on a plain black background is the winner so far for a logo for social media. I've also made a video poster of it's like a mishmash of different students' faces, which is really nice because we're all in lockdown. I don't know, it's good to kind of take in Sonder of everyone living their own lives, but because we're a whole class group and we're staying together while keeping apart, I'm actually quite happy with the design so far. It just needs a little tweaking on actual visual aesthetic, but so far it's kind of like a video collage of different parts or different sections of different people's faces, creating some form of a face. There was a lot of spitballing and bouncing over and back with ideas. Within the first couple of weeks, it was jumping from one thing to another. But I don't actually know how we decided. I sat down one day and I was scrolling through Pinterest and I saw a load of different face collages that you can do in Photoshop. I thought they were really cool looking, and I literally just sat down in my sketchbook and sketched out a little rough, it's literally tiny, that size, just a rough idea of what we could do, and the other teammates liked it. Ella made up a mock-up and sent it to me, and I forwarded it on to the lecturers to see what they thought about it. They kind of gave the go-ahead, and they had a few to choose from, but our favorite and their favorite was the face collage. So we took from there and I wanted to upgrade it a little bit, and I'm a huge fan of Harry Potter, so moving images. So I thought the actual moving videos, moving parts would be really interesting and eye-catching, especially because we're doing a digital degree show. It's going to be a lot more eye-catching when you're scrolling through social media and different wherever we're going to be publishing it, to actually stop and check it out. Yeah, so we're working together over Facebook Messenger. So we have a Facebook group and I have a OneDrive account. So I have collected everything together and just shared the link so everyone has access to it. And whatever anyone does or has any questions, they can send it to me and I'll put it onto the group folder, or we can just work through it that way. Because we're a small group, it's really easy to maybe just do a quick Zoom call, maybe just screen share and talk through what needs to be done or anything else like that.
So I work on Instagram. It's a really nice and easy job to have because we're constantly on our phones and it's easy to get content out. It's easy to be on the go because we always have our phones with us. And it's a really nice job. We all get to collaborate and we all work together. There's a lot of great communication in our team. There's been no problems whatsoever so far. And we're all dishing out the work equally and working well together as a team. So yeah, I'm really happy to be part of the social media team.
Well, the original plan was obviously for installations. So people are going to install kind of I think Dan wanted like a wheelchair, and you sat down in it and you had headphones and they played the pieces. So now, because of obviously COVID, they're doing like not a gallery thing, and it's going to be kind of like a virtual installations. And then myself and Vin are making a website to put everyone's stuff on.
Yeah, but so Deirdre's taking care of the virtual gallery. I think she's using the website ArtSpace. I think we're going to try and embed that gallery onto the website. So when people, they don't have to visit the actual ArtSpace website. Once they're on the website, our website, the CDM website, they can actually visit the gallery from there and mess around with it. Hopefully, that's the plan, but we don't know at this moment if we're able to do that yet.
Sinead wants us to kind of incorporate, the designs that Cormac is doing. The way he's kind of got the black and white and the pink writing and stuff. So their designs will kind of coincide with the website. The plan is that there'll be a drop down menu with everyone's names. Like everyone will be included on it, and everyone will kind of have a say in what like they want, and be kind of like your own little portfolio on the website.
Like it's very difficult to do something like that without having people physically in the same room. Like, because you have to contact everyone like individually, like email them or whatever. And the Zoom meetings, it's hard to get everyone on in Zoom meetings as well,
Mm-hmm.
So, like trying to get people's opinion on the website it's going to be hard. Hopefully we can do it.
Of course you can.
My original plan was to do an audio piece called Terms and Conditions Apply. Life with a disability, it comes with terms and conditions. So I was trying to really showcase that people with disabilities are kind of they're there, but they're on the fringes. So my piece would have been getting a standard kind of wheelchair and then having chains attached to the wheels, and then there would have been like a little tiny bit of a gap where you can kind of see the rest of the show from. And it's kind of showcasing that people with disabilities are there, but they're not nearly as involved as they should be in society.
Originally, I was going to do like a time capsule video of me comparing to my daughter, like how I grew up, because I had to go home for some other things. So I was going to use that as a reason to kind of get some footage back home because of the lockdown, and also I wasn't able to travel.
Well, I had a documentary set out to be made about CEYs in Georgetown. They unfortunately had to close with the schools. It's just nearly impossible to get footage, so that can't go ahead.
It was just going to be a projected video on experiences fighting abroad or like protecting in the army, and I was going to interview my uncle for that. The ideal setup was that I'd interview like face to face, but obviously I can't do that now. Worst case scenario now, I just call him on Skype and just record the audio from that. In person, it was probably going to be better to do it, like the recording, because the quality would be better, but whatever you can manage really now.
I was going to be working on 2 productions, so I was going to be editing a documentary, and then I also wanted to kind of widen my cinematography skills, and I was going to be a camera operator for a short film. We actually had to scrap those ideas. We actually can't make the short film or the documentary anymore, so we kind of adapted, and we've been working together, the whole video production class, to make a group project, a group documentary about isolation and how that's been going.
In terms of audio, we were still in the preparation process. We had our assignments and we were told to go off and brainstorm. It was in that brainstorming phase that this kind of all kicked off. I was kind of planning to put my 100% into my audio so that I would have something that I'd be proud of to show in the degree show. But obviously the brainstorming stopped because I was thinking we're not going to have access to equipment or software. We're still doing audio, but I don't know if it's going to be something that I'm going to want to represent me in the degree show.
I do video production. I was going to take behind the scenes stuff in Garrett's class, go on to some of the productions, take behind the scenes of that, kind of working through the pre-production and production phases, and then show that as part of our documentary. And then Vin was going, because I think Vin's in multimedia.
Yeah.
So he was going to do that with the multimedia class.
It was gonna be the two of us are gonna do the multimedia
Oh yeah.
classes. Me and him, because me and him are the same multimedia class, and I was going to do the audio lads, just to get again behind the scenes of what they're doing, like bigger projects that they were going to be working on. We were the creators of the content that they needed. That was our job.
Basically, yeah. I think it was just so that like there's not too many cooks in the kitchen kind of thing. When we had gone forward into the assembly of the degree show, we were working out like that we were all gonna kind of stick to our different sections and section it off in 3 so that we're not just taking photos of the same thing.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Going into like the documentary team when we can't take any pictures, kind of working out where we fit then into the team. Everybody was kind of, because there were a lot of roles, like it's obviously not just our roles, but other roles on the team that had to change to kind of suit the format that we're doing now. So then like we got onto that team, and then Vin went on to installation, so he's working on building the website now. So I know for my role now, I've been editing some of the interviews. I think as originally it was Aisling doing the interviews, she was editing them, and then like realizing that there's so many interviews, so the load kind of had to be spread out among other people. So then I got picked to help, and that was fine. So I've been like doing that, and then I kind of worked out where it was like doing the interviews, going from like editing some to then being like, I'm gonna then put the whole thing together at the end.
You know, like what I've been doing is like interviewing people. So I'm the interviewer, and that's been it's been actually really cool, like to get back in contact with people. You know, it's been fun.
Originally, I had planned that I was going to do a piece on video game conservation, because a lot of old games were never bothered to be stored or protected or archived in any good way. I was going to make a piece kind of like highlighting some of the efforts of people that are archiving these games, as well as like some games that were lost that are being remade or found and like made playable to the public. I was going to make like an little arcade box filled with games that people had made. I'm going to have, like, I can put it together and all. Like, I'll lose some stuff. Like, I was planning on 3D printing the box for it, having a screen and all. I could get it working, but sort of the point was to have it as like a piece that was displayed and people could play it and kind of experience these games themselves. And I suppose I could sort of like, I could make the oath, I could put the games up online, but I think it loses a chunk of its impact, or most of it. Thinking I might just do like kind of tilted, still make the oath and like have it there, take video to show like it's cool, it works. I was originally planning on anyway having a video piece just kind of explaining my whole project and talking about the work people do. If I'm allowed to like just try and upload the rights and get the games play in a playable state on whatever website or page we make.
Well, I was doing a documentary with my friend Vin, and we were meant to be doing it on 3D Assistant to College, and it's linked to Irish mythology. What we were meant to be doing was we were meant to showcase the documentary and have like a stall set up with a 3D printer printing something, and have like all the arms out on the table. And then for photography, I was hoping, because it's all relating to home and all that, I was documenting the love my grandparents had for each other, but you can't see your grandparents right now, so that's impossible to do. The main chunk of the documentary was meant to be filmed the Sunday that we actually finished. So we finished on the Wednesday, we didn't go back in that week, and we were meant to go and film down in Gorey on the Sunday, and obviously we couldn't do that. So don't know what's going to happen now. I'm going to speak to Sinead and Deirdre and see is there an alternative we can do, or if I can just re-edit it to give it a different meaning or something. Yeah, annoying. Photography, might need to change my idea. I have to talk to Tom and see can I do something else, because it's just not going to work.
Well, we're looking at OBS. It's an open broadcasting system that
you can use online. It's almost like a mini television studio. We should hopefully be able to use it for the end of year show. We're going through tests with it now at the moment. Yeah, it's a lot of testing. Actually, funnily enough, it's about getting used to it as well. It's a new technology to me, and kind of sitting here trying to add microphones and getting feeds into it and stuff like that. So we did a test last night with Sinead, our lecturer. It's looking pretty good. I think we're going to do a trial run for our next meeting, get everybody involved in it, and just so people can see it and have a look at it. It's pretty good. It's where we're going to end up putting the show at the end of the day, whether it's going to be Facebook Live or it's going to be on Twitch. I mean, OBS allows us to almost make a TV show, going back to the stuff that we would have done in first year, where it's very highly scripted with Joe, and it's like this happens, this happens, this happens. This allows us to do a whole lot of transitions in between different scenes. So you'll have your opening screen, and then you can go to the next person, and you can bring in a video, and stuff that's been done, and you can bring in, we just say, if we're hoping to get the president to come in of the TU Dublin to come in and give an opening address, he can either pre-record that, or we can probably bring him in through Zoom. I mean, this show is all about us and the 4 years and then the shocking amount of work that we've put in. And it'd be a shame not to have our moment in the sun, if you will.